Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. We need 2 jet bombers. We need 2 jet bombers. You got tight. You got tight right there. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wells. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now it's Jackson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They run on first down with Jackson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 41-yard line.
Hey.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Hey, switch gears.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check, 43. Here we go. Watch 24. Hey, watch the ship. 1985. Check. 26. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 98 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Watson eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the screen. Hands. Alert. 10. 24 down. He's coming.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Ready. 30 base.
Hey.
Ready, go. Get it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
Recon. 132 fighter. SOS. 5. 52. Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
On the set.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 52.
Fair.
Check 37. 49.
Protein spill. You're out.
Lucky.
Big grip.
They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
52 is the mark, boy. 52. He can't hang.
They're going to look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Jones on the return. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Reset. 19. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. 25. Shit. 24. 25.
Mixon with a first down carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
54. 24.
At the 47-yard line.
You do none. You ain't doing nothing today. He's coming.
Throwing on second down. Watson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check 4. Kill.
A first down carry for Foster. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the 36-yard line.
Mike 5-4. 29. Quit talking about it. Check 20. 29. Bang.
They'll try the air now with Watson being chased out left. And he fires one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 43 is the mic. Come on. Hustle. Come on, boy. Hey, 31. Don't be scared of it.
Out of the gun, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
You draw quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 3, check 3.
Ready?
They'll run with Jackson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Record. No, check that. We're on mic 52.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Look at me, zipper.
52, mic 52.
Now a carry for Allen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Check 52's the mic.
Bravo.
52's the mic. Hey, defense, let's
Go.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And the Raider first down.
Ready? 18 Gator.
52. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Right up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Get him, boy.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Clear. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Get it.
Back to throw. He's got Casper over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Stop here, D.
Yep.
52's the mic. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
He'll look to throw, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And this is incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Switch. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
They'll drop the throw. Open is Powell. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here we go again.
Again, he'll drop the throw. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch your leg. 59. Check 99.
Throwing again is Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Check 52. Shoot! 54. 124.
From the gun again to Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 43. Under 24. Undercut. Quick edge. Come. No. 26.
They'll try the right side with Foster. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Alert. Check it backer.
On the run, it's Foster. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Foster. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try and run for it with Foster. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Topper! Hey, foxtrot! Ready?
56 is the mic. Stop your whining. 56 the mic, boys.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
4 down, check, 4 down. Alert 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson is going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Another try after the first down sack. Watson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
60 Pittsburgh.
On first down, it's Jackson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
61, matchbox, right.
Check. Slam.
Hey, Delta.
Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Watch the shot. Well, hey, Sam on. Jim.
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check. He's checking. Crash.
They'll go again with Foster. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
55.
Alert.
Hey, eat.
Alert.
Watch the six.
Here's Watson. Able to spin free. And the catch made by Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Motion. Hey, check right. Watching you find. Hey, let's get this.
They run. It's Foster. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's brought down at the
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check 26.
Check 26. Check 13.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
24.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
31.
I'm coming after you. Spun. No. Slam. Check. Fresno. Fresno.
They will indeed snap it to Watson, and it is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Show it. Check safety.
80 weapon. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Jackson, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now Jackson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Pilot, 64.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Yeah.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
Speed dribble.
They'll run again with Jackson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Raiders on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, this is Jackson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
24.
Check 31. Check 31.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson flushed. And the pressure gets to him again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, Jackson. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I got you, son.
55.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
59.
Kill.
Now Watson to throw again. And this one complete to Will Fuller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Check 9.
It's complete to Fuller. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Shit.
Hey, 31. 24. 9, go.
Here we go on fourth. Watson, he's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught.